Hello future engineers, welcome to my YouTube channel. Here is another video about beam deflections, and this is part 2.1, solution by moment area method. So I hope that you can follow the solutions and the explanations. So here we go. This is the problem. Then since this is determinate, I want you to verify the reactions at B and at E, and it is as shown in the figure. So RBY is 86.25 kilonewtons, RD 69.75 kilonewtons. And take note that the intensity of the loading at E is 16 kilonewtons per meter by similar triangles. So I select E as the moment center in preparations of the moment diagram by parts as shown. So 86.25 times 4, 345. 86.25 times 6, 517.5. 86.25 times 8 is 690. Then for this overhang load, 20 times 1 times zero point 0.5, 10 second degree. Extend it. So that's the couple at B. Then 20 times 1 is 20. 20 times 8 is 160. Then for this 20 kilonewton per meter load, 20 times 4 times 2 is 160 over EI, second degree, because EI is constant. Just imagine all the values are divided by EI, which is 1 in this case. Then second degree, 20 times 4 is 80. There is a concentrated downward load of 80 here. 80 times 4 is, of course, 320. And the couple is 160. That's why extended. 20 times 2 is 40 first degree. And since this is triangular, 16 kilonewton per meter here, 1 half of 2 times 16 is 16 times 2 thirds. That's why you have the 32 over 3 kilonewton meter over EI, and this is uh, third degree. Third degree. Then for this trapezoidal loading, we treat this as 24. 24 times 1 times zero point 0.5 is 12 kilonewton per meter, second degree. And for this imaginary triangular loading, which will fill in because we treated this as rectangular, 1 half of 1 times 8, because this is 16, 24 minus 16 is 8. 1 half of 1 times 8 times 1 third is 4 thirds, and that's third degree. So first, let's evaluate deviation of point E relative to B, considering the moment of areas between B and E. So EI, by the way, this is 80, uh, 10, 20 times 4 is 80. Then here, 20 times 4, 80 times 2, 160, another 160 here. And this is 120, 20 times 6, so 120. So considering this area between B and E, EI division of E relative to B is equal to 1 half of 8 times 690 times 8 thirds minus 8 meters times 10 times 4. For this area, 1 half of 8 times 160 times 8 thirds. For this area, 1/3 of 4 times 160. Since this is 1 plus 4, so 5 moment arm. Then minus the moment of this area, 4 times 160 times 2 minus moment of this area, 1/2 of 4 times 320 times 4 thirds. Then minus 1/2 of 2 times 40 times 2 thirds. Then minus 1/4 of 2 times 32 over 3 times 2 over 5 or zero point 0.4. So computing division of E relative to B can now be computed 31568 over 15 EI. It is positive, so meaning point E is above the reference tangent at B as shown in the figure. So this is the expected elastic curve. Then this is deviation of point E relative to B. Since the slope at B is sloping down to the right, theta B is negative as shown. And of course, considering this triangle, the vertical height is 4 meters times theta B, this one. This is deviation, this very small vertical distance between the tangent at B and the elastic curve is actually deviation of, this is deviation of E relative to B. So theta B is negative, negative of that value divided by 8. So negative of, so that's deviation of C relative to B. Negative of 31568 over 15 EI divided by 8. Remember, the tangent of the slope is also the slope because the slope of the tangents for beam deflections is very small. So they are practically equal. So negative 3946 over 15 EI, that's theta B. From the figure, delta C is downward, so it is negative. Negative of 4 times absolute value of theta B minus deviation of C relative to B. So let us evaluate deviation of C relative to B considering the moment of areas between B and C. So EI, by the way, theta C first. Let's evaluate theta BC, the angle between the tangents at B and the tangents at C, so we can compute theta C. And that's the area between B and C. So we have 1/2 of 4 times 345 minus 4 times 10 minus 1/2 of 4 times 80, then minus 1/3 of 4 times 160. So that theta BC is equal to 830 over 3 EI, and that is counterclockwise because it is positive. And evaluating the decimal equivalent of theta BC as compared to the absolute value and decimal equivalent of theta B, theta BC is greater than theta B. So meaning the tangent at C will have a slope which is positive as shown in this figure here. So this is point C, this is the tangent at B, and the angle that the tangent at B makes with the horizontal is theta B. Theta BC is greater, counterclockwise, positive. So theta C is absolute value of theta BC, which is still positive, minus absolute value of theta B, which is this, which is negative, but we'll make it positive as shown in the figure. So theta C is theta BC, absolute value minus absolute value of theta B. So theta C is positive 13.6 over EI. Next, let's compute for delta C. Delta C is below the horizontal, so it is negative. It is negative of absolute value of 4 times theta B minus absolute value of deviation of C relative to B. This deviation of C relative to B, we use the same areas here. We just provide moment arms. So 1/2, this area is 690 if you compute that, 2 times 345. And the moment arm is 4. 4/3 rather. 4, then triangular, so 4/3 minus the next area is 40, this one 40, then the moment arm is half of 4, 2, then minus this area of triangle, which is 160, then the moment arm is 1/3 of 4, 4/3, and finally this moment arm, this area, 1/3 of 4 times 160, that's 640 over 3, and the moment arm is 4 over 4, or 1. So deviation of Z relative to B is still positive, so that's why point C is above the reference tangent at B. Finally, we can now compute delta C. It is negative of absolute value of 4 times theta B, this vertical leg of the right triangle, then minus absolute value of deviation of C relative to B, which is this very small deviation. So delta C is negative 9584 over 15 EI. This is the final answer in decimal form, negative 638.933 over EI. Then we proceed to evaluating deviation of D relative to B. So we consider these areas between B and D. So EI theta BD first for the angle. So we consider the area 1/2 of 6 times 517.5 minus 6 times 10 minus 1/2 of 6 times 120, then minus 1/3 of 4 times 160. Then take note there is a rectangle here which is minus 2 times 160. Then minus this last area 1/2 of 2 times 160. So theta BD is 2635 over 6 EI, and this is positive, meaning to say counterclockwise. So this value in decimal is also greater than the decimal equivalent of the absolute value of theta B. So again, theta D is positive. Imagine this is theta D. So it is theta BD 2635 over 6 EI minus absolute value of theta B, because this is still theta B. So it is equal to 176.1 over EI. Then for the deflection at D, we need to compute deviation of D relative to B first. So EI division of D relative to B is this area. We use these same areas. We just provide moment arms. So 1552.5, then 1/3 of 6 is 2, then minus this area is 60 for this rectangle, and moment arm is 3. Then because the distance between B and D is 6, then minus next area is 360, this one triangle, and moment arm is 2, 1/3 of 6, then minus this spandrel here, 640 over 3, the area, the moment arm is 1 plus 2, so 3, then minus this area rectangle, which is 320, this one, moment arm is 1/2 of 2, then finally minus this area 160, this triangle here, moment arm is 1/3 of 2, or 2/3. So computing, it is equal to 3415 over 3 EI, which is positive. So it is, point D is above the reference tangent at B. So that is division of D relative to B. The whole of this is 6 times, because that's 6 of theta B, and therefore delta D is also negative. So delta D is negative of absolute value of 6 times theta B minus absolute value of deviation of D relative to B. So delta D is negative of absolute value of 6 times theta B, then minus absolute value of deviation of D relative to B, which is this, So delta D is negative 6601 over 15 EI or negative 440.067 EI. So that's it for this video.